You know what? I'm gonna say we're gonna try to finish this whole game in one day. That's what we're gonna try to do. Cause while I do have other stuff to do today, I'm just not gonna do it. What do Monaghan and a pregnant cow have in common? They're both near calving. Oh man, you got the LC coming up, do you? Oh fuck. I did shite in mine. That's the Irish thing to say, isn't it? I'm not supposed to give you a guidance. I'm just supposed to say I did shite in mine. You'll be grand. I went to one stag do before in my life, and I was a bit of an outsider at it. Do you know what I mean? My best friend's brother's stag, and he invited me along. I walked into the bar and I was kind of quiet because I was kind of thinking like, oh, I actually don't know, like, you know, when you don't know the crack, you don't know what the sauce is, you don't know, like, are these lads edgy or are they like good crack or are they arseholes or whatever. You know, like, I like Martin and Alan, but I didn't know any of his friends. So I was kind of quiet, and one of them was trying to egg me on, and he was like, do you know much about horses? And I was like, I suppose I know a little bit, like, do you know? He goes, right, well, we'll put this one on Paddy. Every single one of us will put a tenner or something like that on a horse to win, and Paddy's going to pick it. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, this is stressful. But between myself and himself, we picked out a horse we like, and we all put money on it. Boom, comes in first. Fucking all the money into a fucking pint jar. The whole tab paid for that night. Oh, I felt like a fucking king. Yeah, it was good. It was a good night. I got fucking the shit kicked out of me that night though. Oh, I've been in a few proper fights, but I've never won one. I'm less of a fighter and more of a wimp, I think is what I was gonna say. But yeah, so we're walking past these lads and they're all standing on the corner in their leather. One of them starts shouting over at me like, hey, fuck you Jesus, and I actually didn't think much of it, to be honest with you, and I'm kind of laughing or whatever like that, but we're going to this nightclub in the area, and because we're on a stag do, we don't know fucking where we are, like, do you know what I mean? And I walk up to the dude who's calling me Jesus, and I'm like, oh ha man, very funny, whatever, not a problem. What's the crack? Hey, we're looking for this nightclub, can you tell me where it is? And the dude's fucking sound, the dude's absolutely dead on. He's like, ah, sorry man, I was only giving you a bit of shit. And I was like, you know, I'm fine, like, I got the long hair, man, you know, I'm a walking target, like, do you think you're the first person to call me Jesus? And then all of a sudden I look over and there's my fucking friend, like, holding one of his mates up by the fucking neck, being like, don't you leave my fucking friend alone, he's fucking sound, don't you be fucking calling him names. And I'm thinking, oh Jesus Christ, here we fucking go. Long story short, it ended up like 7 of them kicking the shit out of 3 of us, absolutely demolished us. I got to kick a guy in the face though. It's pretty exhilarating, but but yeah, that's the story about the time I got to kick a guy in the face. Yeah, same. I'm an easy target, you know, a skinny little fella with long hair. I'm cheeky cunt though, so sometimes it's my own doing. That's where I got into most of my fights. Again, never started one, never finished one either. I hate when that happens. You know, when you're like having a fucking great time and you turn around and your mates are knee deep in some shit and you're like, well, there goes my night. I've only ever been hit properly by one girl. 2, sorry, but it was in the one go. My 2 friends, Nicole and Leanne. I think like Nicole spent the whole night talking about, you know, fuck this guy, I hate him, I'm never talking to him again, blah blah blah, you know, all that kind of shit. And then went off with him anyway. And me and Leanne were kind of like, man, you know what, she fucking, the whole night she's been bitching about him, da 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 da. And now she's after going off and fucking hanging about with him, like, I'm kind of sick of that crack or whatever like that. And then when she comes back, they start arguing. And I'm like, oh shit, these two are going to absolutely fucking start demolishing each other here, aren't they? And they start, all of a sudden, they start hitting each other. And I like stand in and try to like hold the 2 girls back. And just as I do that, the 2 of them go to swing a punch and both of them land on me. Just fucking absolutely level me. It stopped the fight though. They were both like, oh my god, Paddy, I'm so sorry, da da da. But then this other lad comes up to me and was like, man, you never fucking stop a bitch fight. And I was like, first of all, man, shut the fuck up. Like, don't be calling women bitches. These are my friends. Da 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 da. And I was like, fuck off. Like, I'm not in the mood or whatever that. And he just turns around and fucking punches me right in the face, man, for no reason. He was just angry that he didn't get to see two women fight, so he hit me. As soon as he hit me, the bouncers were on him because there was already like a fight and stuff like that, you know. I'm using all my fighting stories now. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm supposed to keep them from when I'm a big Twitch streamer, right? Big and famous, and I get to say them to my 10k viewers. I'll just recycle them, and I'll say them differently every time. And you know what it is? I less so judge someone on their music taste, but on their approach to music, which is so pretentious to me. But if someone is just like, I am a K-pop stan, I love K-pop, this, that, and the other, I am big into K-pop, and I do this, that, and the other, I'm like, okay, cool. You know what you like. Not from me or whatever. There's a few good songs here and there, but you know what you like. You're into music. That's cool. You found your niche. And if someone's like, yeah, I just listen to what's on the charts, but I consume a shit ton of it. I consume it all the time. I constantly need new music, but I love pop music and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. But as soon as someone turns around to me and it's just like, yeah, I don't really care about music. You know, whatever's on. Not really pushed. I don't really know this. I don't really know that. I'm like, how? How can you not be completely obsessed with music and constantly devouring it at all times? What is wrong with you, you freak? You're a freak. Do you know the best way to make money in my school was selling fireworks, man? Where I live, fireworks are illegal there, but I live super close to where the so-called border is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And fireworks are legal there. So like, if you were one of the people in my school who whose family would go up and down the border the whole time, you could buy fireworks and sell them to lads in the school. Or, you know, you could just sell hash. Yeah, those are your options. Also, Debt Machine Star, don't do drugs. Everyone else in chat is an adult that can make their own. They can buy their own drugs. You have to ask a stranger. Wait, that's not what I meant to say. That is totally not. I meant to say. I meant to say everybody else is an adult who's allowed to decide if they ruin their lives on drugs. You should wait until you're 18 before you make that decision. Oh, lads. The thing of beauty. Stay sexy. Whew. Woo! Guinness. Have you ever been so far as to even pretend to even want to go to do more like? Of course, man. Of course I have. Every day of my life, every day of my damn existence, I've been even far as to do, to pretend even more to do, to go to do, to more, to be like. Task complete. You should be in Cannonball Run. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was a pretty fun game. Pretty about that last level. Jesus Christ, it was garbage. I'm not even gonna lie. It sucked and blowed, as Bart would say.